What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Hype Hip Hop Hazecast. I'm Hayes. I'm joined by my homie Matt, and today we're
Yes,
going to be
sir.
talking about our most anticipated albums for 2021. Who we excited for? Who we think is going to have the best album? So let's get right into it. So how you doing, Matt?
I'm good. I'm good. I think with the most anticipated albums, I think one that's definitely up there, probably one at the front, is definitely Certified Lover Boy. Drake's
Of
been
course.
teasing at it for a couple months now since the release of Laugh Now, Cry Later. I'm definitely really interested to see what he's gonna put on it, especially after Grease, Pop Star, Laugh Now, Cry Later, and the mixtape he put out last year, Dark Lane demo tapes. I'm truly interested to what he has to bring to the table. The trailer that he put out in November, December with the Take Care, Nothing Was
Hmm.
the Same. Yeah, that's really just getting me interested and hyped.
Yeah, I mean, when I watched the trailer, you can't you can't call back to Take Care. Nothing was the same, and it not be like a great album. Like you can't call back to those classic albums and then the album's not good. So I'm really seeing how he'll bounce back from Scorpion, because Scorpion, I like the album, but it's just definitely not Drake's best.
Yeah, to tell the truth, I never actually listened to Scorpion. I only really listened to like those hit songs like Take Care and
Hmm.
My Feelings, I'm Upset.
Hmm.
I only really started getting into Drake like maybe mid late 2019. I think my first album was If You're Reading This It's Too Late. Still remains
Hmm.
my favorite album, along with like Nothing Was the Same, What a Time to Be Alive. I didn't really finish Take Care, but then I was also about to get into Views like today or yeah,
Hmm.
later today.
Yeah. One thing about Drake, his albums, they're usually good. Just that they're really long. Like they're extremely
Yeah.
long, and that's the one thing that kind of turns me off from them. Like that was like one of the reasons why I got into Drake super late, was because his albums were so long.
Yeah, definitely.
And
How long was Scorpion?
Scorpion
I know
was
it was like 32
out.
songs, right?
It was 25 songs.
Oh,
Yeah, but it was an
oh,
hour. It was an hour and a half,
oh,
which
yeah.
is yeah.
And Views is
So
also almost hour and a half at 20
hmm
songs.
yeah, like and I think Take Care is a 10, and I like every single song on Take Care. But on Nothing Was the Same, if you're reading this, Views, Scorpion, there's always some type of filler songs on there, at least for me. And
Yeah,
I I really want to see, like, I don't know if he will do it because he kind of sticks to this formula a lot, but I hope he like kind of cuts back on the filler and only puts like quality. So if we only get like a 14, 16 song album from Drake, I'll be happy if all the songs are good.
definitely, definitely. Yeah. I
Um,
agree with the point you brought up with the like filler in every Drake album. I remember like with the last album, there was like I like there were a couple albums that were like songs that were filler, but like I think the majority of the album was pretty good. I think like Landed. Yeah, I did. I think Landed was the only filler song. It just really wasn't that good. As good as everything else.
hmm um, what else? Um, Drake also has he also has really good features on his album. Who do you think is gonna be featured on this album?
Well, obviously, I think like one that definitely has to be featured is maybe Future, or maybe with the team of like Certified Lover Boy, maybe like a Chris Brown feature here and there.
Hmm. Oh, now you bring see, I was just thinking like he's just gonna go back to like I was thinking we're gonna get a Future feature. I was also thinking a Travis feature because they seem to work together. I like whenever they put out songs, they work well together.
Yeah,
Um, what else? I wouldn't be Rihanna hasn't been doing features lately, so I don't know if we'll get a Rihanna
yeah. I think
feature.
like the was the last feature she did the one on the Party Next Door album.
Um, I think
Yeah, I'm
I
pretty
think
sure it was.
yeah. Um, who else? He hasn't worked with Kendrick since Take Care.
Yeah.
Um, what else? Him and Kanye are beefing, so that's not going to be a
Yeah,
feature.
like I remember like every time something with Kanye happens, everyone goes back to Laugh Now Cry Later, looks at the lyrics like,
Mhm.
"Yo, is that a Kanye
Eh,
sneak?"
yeah. Um, one thing. Oh, speaking of Laugh My Cry, I actually really like that song.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely was probably one of my favorite songs. Like one of the probably my favorite hit single from last year for sure.
yeah, it was
Like
probably
yeah,
it's definitely my favorite mainstream song.
for sure.
Um, think we see a Weekend on there. If with the Certified Lover Boy theme, that actually might be a really good feature.
Yeah, like on War, Drake said like there were rumors of like EXO and OVO beefing, but then he confirmed that wasn't true. So
Hmm.
I could definitely see a weekend feature being on there.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean that's really it. I mean, I have high hopes for this album. I've never had like, because I knew Drake, he was good and all that, but I never was like super big on him. I like him, but like I'm not like the biggest fan of like his biggest fan. But
Sure.
I'm pretty hyped for this album.
Definitely.
The only thing that's kind of concerning me is that it's he said in November is dropping January 2021, and it's the 18th, and we
Yeah,
still
we've
got
got
no
like
album.
two more opportunities for that to
Yeah,
happen, right?
no single, no announcement. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know how many copies do you think it's selling first week? Now that
Uh,
bundles don't count, how many
now
copies do
that
you think it's selling?
bundles don't count, I think it's definitely gonna sell higher than Dark Lane, but I don't think it's gonna sell like. I definitely don't think it's gonna sell like Scorpion or Views level.
Mm.
Maybe somewhere around like a approaching 400K, but above 300K.
I think I think he's going gold first week. That's in my opinion. I
Yeah, I
think he's
could
selling
definitely see that.
500. Yeah, because Dark Lane, he announced it like an hour before
Yeah,
it
you announced it like
dropped.
half an hour before. Like it was like rumored to be like released 2 hours before, and then half an hour before, like he confirmed it. Yeah,
Yeah, and then it was basically almost all leaks and like
yeah,
plus like War and Tootsie Slide, and that sold like 220 something K. So I think
yeah,
with a proper rollout and the album being good, I can see it going 500K. I think it can go gold first week.
yeah, for sure. I definitely don't doubt that.
Hmm. All right, so now my turn. Probably my most anticipated album this year is Kendrick's album
Oh yeah, for sure.
because because I remember all last year they were saying, "Oh, Kendrick about to drop this rock sounding album," and I was like, "All right, bet I'm ready for this," and he just stayed quiet. He had one feature last year, and the only other time he talked on social media was when did you see that video where he was talking about how he
Yeah, it
would
was like yeah, everyone was saying like he was leaving TDE to start his own like PGE Lang label.
yeah, and then it was just the video of him like with like that Blues Clues or something. I don't know. It was like the
Yeah,
Blues Clues dog. It was hilarious. But
yeah,
that's the only time we heard from Kendrick. And I found that really concerning because I'm not concerned that the album won't be good. I'm just like, I don't know what's just going on. Like we have no idea what's going on.
sure. Like I remember like he did an interview for a magazine with Baby Keem like maybe a couple months ago. They were basically saying like they were supposed to drop in 2020, but then coronavirus hit. And like basically like also along with Kendrick, I'm really excited for that Baby Keem album. I don't know if you
Mm-hmm.
listened to him. I the Die for My Bitch was a really great album. I'm really looking forward to more things like that from Keem for sure.
Mm-hmm. Um, what do you think? How important is his album to Kendrick's legacy?
This album I think Kendrick solidified his legacy already with Good Kid, Mad City to Pimp a Butterfly. Damn, I think they can all be considered classics. I think his legacy is definitely already solidified. If he drops this and it's not really that good, people will just write it off as like the one like not good album in his catalog. He's yeah, it could be good. It could also be bad. It depends.
All right, so this is unpopular opinion. I think Damn is his second best album. So I
Totally
need
fair. I
I
also
n-
agree.
yeah, everyone calls me crazy because I think Good Kid, Mad City's third, but I really like Damn because how like they incorporated like the R&B with like U2,
Yeah,
Zakari, and all them guys. Um, I think if it's as good as Damn in terms of how the public perceives it, not how I think good Damn is, but if the public perceives his new album as they did Damn, where they were like, it's a good album, but it's not as good as his other two, I still think that's a win for him.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
So yeah, that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
You got another album? I got most right
Yeah,
here.
I was also yeah. I was kind of looking forward to that Whole Lotta Red Deluxe. I know Cardi like announced it
Hmm.
towards the end of the year last year. He basically hasn't said anything since. I think the only thing we've heard about is that Lil Yachty said leaks and snippets are going to be on it. I think it'd definitely be cool to have leaks and snippets on it, like Uzi kind of did Eternal Take Deluxe.
Mm-hmm.
But I also feel like we could still get like more new I kind of like Cardi's new style, like with songs like Stop Breathing, Metamorphosis,
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
love the
I definitely
album.
like it. Yeah,
Yeah.
great album. I think it
Um.
was definitely overhated in the first week.
Mm-hmm. Um. I'm not opposed to leaks getting on the album because I don't really listen to leaks. Like, the only leaks I know about is because I accidentally stumbled. Like literally, I'll be on SoundCloud and I'll be listening to like just some Cardi stuff, like old Cardi SoundCloud stuff, and then like the recommended would just put on a leak. And I'll be like, oh, cool. But I'm not opposed to any leaks. Like if you put Kid Cudi on there, but he has to actually put the Kid Cudi feature on there too. I don't know why he teased the whole Kid Cudi thing and then just didn't put the song on there. I don't know why.
Yeah, I feel like that's definitely like that would definitely prompt it to be on the deluxe. I don't think you could just tease that and then never drop it
Just
like
never drop it.
all
Yeah.
of his songs.
Um. What else? There's some. I'm not really big on snippets. Like, I mean, I know some of them. I'm not like diving into them, knowing them by name, things like that. But I've definitely heard some fire snippets that I wouldn't mind on the album either. And some that like I think you have to put like the big leaks on there, like the major ones, not like some
Yeah,
like
for sure.
underground ones. Yeah.
Yeah, like Dropped Out, Legroom, Skeletons, all that.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. RPMs. That's my favorite leak. I want to say
Yeah.
RPMs.
Yeah, like I only really listened to like half of the I didn't really listen to much leaks. I mean, I maybe listened to like 10 or 15 of them, but that's I don't really know most of the ones like Buffy the Body, RIPMs.
Mm-hmm. All right. So another album that was supposed to drop last year, but this man's crazy. I don't know what he going on. Donda by Kanye West.
Ah, yes.
So he was supposed to drop over the summer. Like he announced it. Like he said it's dropping tonight. Taylor Swift announces Folklore, and then Kanye just goes off the grid. Like he just
Yeah.
doesn't do anything. And then he started running for president, and he just never. And then he started talking about the masters. He wants all the artists to have their masters, and then he dropped Nah 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 out of nowhere. Like I don't even know why. He just dropped Nah Nah Nah, and then that was it. That's literally it.
And like we haven't really heard from him on social media since like the end of the election, right? Because it was the
Mm-hmm.
one picture where like in front of the results and then just radio silence after that.
Mm-hmm. Like we haven't heard anything from him.
Yeah, but we've obviously seen him in pictures because Cardi's posted with him like
Oh yeah.
gearing towards the release a whole lot of red.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's just not talking or anything like that. But he also dropped "Wash Us in the Blood," which I actually really like that song. I just wish
Uh,
that
yeah.
Travis's feature was longer.
Yeah, I never really went back to Wash in the Blood. I never listened to Na 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 either. It's like I listened to them maybe once or twice, and I just didn't really like them.
Yeah, it's definitely his worst song. But the
Yeah,
remix was all right though.
yeah, the
The
remix
remix
was
was,
alright.
yeah. What do you expect from Donda?
Um, I mean, there were sources saying like he was rewriting it after following his divorce, so I can expect kind of like a mash of Yay, Jesus is King, and 808s all in one.
Mm,
But maybe not as great as like yeah, probably not as great as 808s, but still pretty good. Like some of the leaks I've heard, like I think he was saying like to put Hurricane or 80 Degrees on there,
mhm.
which is probably like one of my favorite leaks of all time for
Oh
sure.
yeah, 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 yeah. The Yandi leaks are just goaded.
Yeah,
Like they're so
for
good.
sure. Yeah,
But I remember he posted like it was like him on a boat with
yeah,
like
that
his
was a
friends.
really good
Yeah,
snippet. I
that was
really
a really
enjoyed
good
that.
snippet. And his feature on Whole Lotta Red was actually really good too. And
Yeah,
so I think he's finally found the line between he can like not have to talk about Jesus the whole time and then not curse too, but still have
yeah,
like a really good verse. And I think if he can sing that for a whole album, I feel like it'll be good. I feel like it'll be good. Like
yeah. I feel like Kanye also had some good features on St. John's album that dropped earlier last year. He had good features on Pray for Me and Smack DVD. I don't know if you heard them.
nah, I
They're
actually don't
really
listen
good.
to St. John. I
Yeah,
was not
it
aware of
was
him
yeah,
till
I don't listen to him either, but I think it was a pretty good album. I definitely recommend it as
hmm
well.
where do you think if you were to drop it, like prediction wise, where do you think it would rank in his discography? And your for your rankings that you have for your discography right now, where do you think it would rank?
Well, I'm thinking it'd be probably be somewhere between like a 7 or high 8. So definitely either like 8th behind Jesus or maybe like up to like 6th. Cause
Got it.
yeah,
I think it's gonna be better than Jesus is King.
for sure.
Um, I'm not too big on Watch the Throne. It's only an 8 for me.
I've never
So
listened to it.
never, yeah. So I think it's gonna be better than Watch the Throne. Um, it has a case to be better than Ye. I wouldn't. I think if it's longer than Ye and still like the same like level of like, if it's at the same level as Ye but longer, I would say it's better than Ye.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, I don't think it'll be better than Yeezus or the trilogy or obviously Dark Twisted Fantasy. I don't think it'll be better than Pablo. I don't think it'll be better than 808s. So I think it will be. How many albums does he have? He has a lot of albums.
I mean,
um,
he has 9 solo and then like two
nine solo
collabs.
albums. It'll be better than Ye and Jesus is King. So that's seventh.
Yeah, I kind of got Ye up there in my ranking, so I don't think it could be better than Ye, but I think it could be better than like how I think Yeezus is. I
I
don't.
think
I'm
Ye. I
not.
think Ye is really good. It's just short. That's why it's just like lower for me.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
yeah. Um, feature wise, I mean, I don't. He's pretty unpredictable with features. Like he just kind of puts whoever he wants on the album or whoever he feel like. Like he's talking about Lil Baby earlier, talking about he was trying to fly him out, and he actually
Yeah.
ended up flying him out. So
Yeah, yeah.
Lil Baby feature. I don't know who else could be on the album.
There was
Like what?
also that leak with Travis that happened. I think there was also a leak with Cardi, but I didn't listen to that.
I didn't even know he leaked. I remember on some of the Yandi leaks, he had some like really cool. Like he had Migos on one of them.
Yeah,
Um,
he had a YNW Melly, Big Sean, Young
mhm.
Thug. Yeah,
Yeah, he had a lot of features. So he always finds the right people to fill in the right places on. So I'm not worried about that. I'm just thinking about who it could possibly be.
yeah.
Um, I mean, yeah, that's really all I got to say about Donda. I mean, I'm excited for it, but it's because I don't think it's gonna be peak Kanye. It's not. It's not like my because Kanye's my favorite artist, but I don't think
Yes,
it's
it
gonna
is.
be his best. So
Yeah, for
that's why I'm
sure.
not as excited for it. That's why I'm more excited for Drake and Kendrick.
Yeah.
All right, now
I
you
guess
spec
yeah,
you.
my turn. So the one what I'm kind of looking forward to is definitely Utopia from Travis.
Oh
Like he's
yeah,
been
yeah, yeah.
hinting at it for a while. He's dropped some singles here and there. Like he dropped yeah, he dropped a couple of good singles in 2020. I really liked the Scots. I kind of liked the franchise remix, also the Plan as well. I think those are really good songs.
Yeah.
Uh, he said he was dropping like early 2021. I think he said February or January.
Oh, for real? He actually gave
Yeah.
like a. He gave a month. I knew he
I,
gave a
th- I
year.
I don't know if he gave a month. I just know he said like early 2021.
All right, all right. Um, I actually, despite popular opinion, I actually really like franchise. And the
Yeah,
franchise
I get it.
remix made it even better because I'm not saying Mia MIA was bad, but just
Yeah,
like on that song, it just wasn't it. And then you
yeah,
basically replace her with Future, who is, in my opinion, top four trap of all time. I mean,
yeah.
that's a pretty good trade off.
Yeah, one thing I feel is pretty weird about the remix though is like you put Future's remix instantly at the beginning, and you have to wait like an entire minute just to get to the Travis and Thug features. I
Mhm.
really think if they put Future's verse where MIA's was, it could be a better remix.
It caught me off guard, but I actually really liked it because he still kept the energy. Like he kept the,
Yeah,
for in my opinion, he like built it up until the Travis part. So I think that's what made it like really good in my opinion.
yeah. I think it was really good energy as well.
Yeah. Um, in terms of the Scots, I didn't like the Scots when it first came out because I actually did not like Kid Cudi back then. I've grown to like him a lot now, but back then I didn't like Kid Cudi like at all. So I didn't like it, but it's grown on me a lot. I think it's a good song. Um, who else do you think is gonna be on Utopia?
I definitely think there's gonna be another Cudi feature. Maybe even get like a Kanye feature. I mean, also with Travis's albums, The Weeknd has been on every single one of them. So
Oh yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't doubt that like he'll be on another feature. I think they've really gone 4 for 4. Like every collab they've been on has just been an amazing song.
Yeah, Pray for Love,
Yeah.
Wonderful, Skeletons, and Wake Up. Like they don't miss at all. Like not
Yeah.
like
It's unpopular opinion time with every album that we talk about. I think Pray for Love is the best song on Rodeo and arguably his best song.
oh on Rodeo. It's good. I like it, but is it even? Is it top? It's not top three. Might not be top five. Cause I got Nightcrawler, 90210, 3500. Um, it might it might be up there. Antidote. Oh my, this so now it's not top five. It's not top five. It'll probably like six.
Yeah, my top five would probably go Pray for Love, Nightcrawler, 90210, Oh My Decide, and The Maria I'm Drunk. They're all
All right,
good songs.
that's valid.
Yeah.
That's valid. That's very valid. Um, who else? I really hope we get a Uzi feature
Oh
because
yeah, I was about to say. Yeah. Watch
like
was actually like really good song. Their
I
chemistry was really well on it.
I don't know. I don't know if it's unpopular, but Watch would have been top five on Astro Road in my opinion.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I've been on that agenda.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
someone on my timeline tried to say that Uzi ruins Uzi features ruin Travis
oh
songs.
my goodness. They
Honestly,
only
like
have
I
two
was
songs
yeah, not
together
having it.
and they're both great.
Yeah. I'm glad they blocked me. Didn't have to see their terrible takes.
But like, yeah, it's just I don't even know why they dropped the watch and then just didn't put it on Astro World.
Yeah, I
And
guess it was just a
then
throwaway maybe.
it probably was a throw it because he wasn't even gonna drop it. But then I remember I saw this. Kanye tweeted at Travis and said, drop the song with you, me, and Uzi. And then he just did.
Yeah.
Like, I really don't know like why they didn't put on the album. But who else? Um who else do you think is gonna be on the album?
I feel like we can get another Tame Impala feature. I think their feature on Skeletons was really good, and like over time, I've seen like Travis rock with all the songs he puts on his story on mute, and some of like a lot of them have been Tame Impala.
Mm-hmm. Who I wouldn't be surprised if we get a Cardi feature because he was supposed to be on a whole lot of red and
Yeah,
then it didn't drop. So I'm guessing it's gonna be on the deluxe. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do like a feature swap or something like that.
yeah. Like I wonder what's like the status of Houdini if that's ever gonna come out, or if it's just gonna
Oh
stay a
yeah.
leak forever. A good song.
Yeah, it is a great song. Um yeah, that kind of does it for Travis. I mean, I'm really excited for that album too.
Yeah.
Um what do you think how important is this album for him?
Uh, I mean, it has to live up to like the I think it's got like sort of Astro expectations, but I'd say it could be as good as Astro, but it could also be like a not really that high in his discography. Either way, I'd probably be fine with it. The expectations are pretty high
Mhm.
for like a lot of people, but for me, I'm fine with anything.
Yeah, people saying he's like doesn't care about music anymore, and so this album's gonna be like half-assed. I think he has to like prove that narrative wrong for it to be like a W for him.
Yeah, for
In
sure.
terms of like in his discography, my discography is like a really unpopular ranking. I think Birds is his best album. I had go
I get that.
Birds, Rodeo, Astro, and then Days Before Rodeo, and then Owl Pharaoh. I think if it's better than Days Before Rodeo, that's a W.
Yeah. Yeah, my ranking would probably go like Rodeo and Astro tied, then Birds, then Days. I think it'd definitely be a W if it was better than Days. I didn't really like Days, so anything better than that is kind of a W for
Oh
me.
wow. I really how do you not like the album with drugs you should try it on it?
No,
That's
I like some of the songs. It's just I don't like some of the songs.
oh, all right. I'll give that to you. Um, it's my turn. It is my turn. Tyler the Creator.
Oh yes.
He just dropped. He's on a 2 album run. That's great. Flower Boy, then Igor right after that. Two great albums. This is
He's
the
been on some. Yeah, sorry.
yeah, he's at the peak of his career. I want to see what he does like after this. Like if he can like keep this momentum going. Like he just won a Grammy. He just like broke so many boundaries in terms of like music and things like that. I want to see like where he goes in the direction that he's going and then how he capitalizes off it.
Yeah, I definitely get that. I like he dropped a snippet earlier. Yeah, like March 2020. I don't know if you heard it. I it was like a instrumental he was making. It was definitely a good instrument. I think this album could definitely be like on the level of Igor, but maybe not as good as Igor. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. I think I don't know if we're gonna. Do you think we're gonna get like a whole like another era, or do you think it's gonna be like kind of like piggybacking off of Igor?
Uh, I definitely think it might piggyback off of Igor. Maybe like take Igor influence, yeah, like Igor influence themes, but also maybe go back into like the rapping style he had on records like Flower Boy, Cherry Bomb. Like the
Hmm.
features he put out last year were pretty good. I know he had one on Freddie Gibbs' album on Something to Rap About. I think it was probably his best feature that year. And then he had one on 327 by West Side Gun. Definitely
Hmm.
like really great features. I think he
Oh, he
might
had
keep it.
he had a great feature on Lobo 3. He
Oh
just
yeah,
he
that was
yeah
also
yeah
a really good feature.
yeah.
Although I think Rocky outshined.
Oh, for real? I think he had the best feature. I think he had the second best feature on the whole album after Future.
Yeah, you said second best, and I knew
Yeah,
Future was the best.
yeah. I want that. They like that feature go
I
crazy,
need
man.
to re-listen to that song. It was pretty good. I just haven't listened to it in a while.
Yeah. Um, that's really all I got to say about. I mean, I'm surprised. Actually, I'm not surprised that I think we need to see another ASAP Rocky feature.
Oh yes, because I remember they won
Um,
a live earlier last year, and they were joking
mhm.
around. It's like, show me what you wearing, and I'll play music.
um, yeah, ASAP Rocky. I don't see. I don't know what the album's gonna be like. If it's gonna be like more of a conventional like Flower Boy, if it's gonna be like way just off the rails like Igor. Because if it's like Flower Boy, then I can give like a list of people who I think will be features. But if it's like Igor, I really can't tell you.
Yeah, like in the end, I think it's definitely gonna have like instrumentals like Flower Boy and Igor, but maybe like toning it down on like the Igor style of like rapping or singing.
Hmm.
Maybe going back to more something like Flower Boy, for sure.
Um, I think for Tyler, this has to be his third best album. This has to be his third best.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
Because I'm not going to be too hard on him and say it has to be like his best. But if it's not better than Flower Boy or Igor, it has to be better than the rest of his discography. Like it has to be better than Cherry Bomb, Wolf, Goblin, Bastard. It has to be all better than all of them, in my opinion. All right,
Yeah, so
you.
it's my turn. I'm
Hmm.
yeah, I was pushing my ASAP Rocky agenda earlier. I'll push it again. We're still really excited for All Smiles. I think yeah, like the only single we've really gotten was maybe Babushka Boy,
Hmm.
and that was more than a year ago. We've heard stuff from Rocky like on his socials and stuff, but like music wise, we've only really heard features. Like you said, we heard TD. We heard a feature on Juicy J's album I didn't listen to. He had another one on French Montana's album, which I know no one listened to.
French Montana. Oh my
But yeah,
god.
I definitely think like the things he was posting in like late 2019, he was posting with Tyler, he posted with Jaden Smith, he also posted with Young Thug. I definitely think we could get a really good album, like based on like some of the leaks I've heard. He also had a song in a Cyberpunk 2077. I don't know if you heard about it or heard it.
Oh, for real. All I heard
Yeah.
about that game was that game was bad.
Yeah, a lot of bugs. I didn't play it myself, but I heard like there was a secret like ASAP Rocky song in it. I heard it. I went back to hear it. It's actually really good. I might send it to you after this because I definitely recommend it. It's a really good song.
Got you. All right,
Yeah,
so
but
I'm gonna be
definitely
honest.
I think this Rocky album could be like I think it's better than Testing, but I don't think it could be on the level of like At Long Last ASAP or Live Love ASAP. Like yeah,
Got you. So I'm a I'm gonna have to make a confession. I just don't listen to Rocky. Like I haven't heard like any of his albums. I like his features, like on Who Dat Boy, TD, and stuff like that. But I just haven't just gotten around to his albums yet. And that's
It's
probably a
like,
crime against humanity. But I'm trying. I'm gonna try. But
yeah,
if he drops an album, I'm definitely gonna listen to it. Like,
for sure.
yeah, like if it's good, it's good. Like I like his rapping style. I like what he does. So if he does well on it, then I'll enjoy it. I don't have high expectations because I'm not like a big fan or anything. But if it's good, it's good. You know.
Definitely, definitely.
All right. I'm gonna give one more, and then you can give one more.
All right.
So these were actually the people that got me into rap. Like I used to be like a huge like rock person and a pop person, but the Migos culture is what got me into hip hop. And I don't think they fell off. They just haven't dropped anything. And Culture 2 wasn't bad. It was just bloated. There were so many gems in that album. The hits were cool. Stir Fry, I love that song. Walk It Talk It, for being honest, it only became mainstream because Drake was on the song.
Yeah, for sure.
Um but Narcos, it was a hit, but it wasn't like a big. It should have Narcos should have been what Walkie Talkie was. All right, and I just don't
Yeah,
understand. But like, and like, there are so many like just underrated songs. Like, "Open It Up" was basically like Dead's part two, and it was so good. It was such a great song. But since it was like in the later part of the track list, and since the album was so long, people didn't really get to it. That song was great. White Sand with Travis Scott, that song was so good.
yeah,
Notice
yeah.
Me was a good song with Post Malone. Like there were so many gems on that album that just didn't get recognized because the album was just way too long.
Yeah, I didn't really listen to I didn't really listen to Culture 2. I think some of the like two of the songs I picked out of all of them were White Sand and also the Culture National Anthem. I actually really liked that song.
Oh, I also like the intro. I actually really like the intro. And then
Yeah.
the song with 21 Savage. That's top three in the album for me. The song with 21 Savage, the
Yeah, yeah,
Bad
yeah.
Bitches. That that don't was
Oh
good.
yeah, that is a really good song.
Yeah.
Forgot about that one.
Hmm. But yeah, like I don't really think they fell off at all. Like, cause Culture One classic. Culture 2, it's good, just bloated.
Yeah.
Then they went on like their whole like independent solo careers, right? And
Yeah, like Quavo Hood, Quavo Huncho, Take Off at
mhm,
the Last Rocket, Offset had Father for.
yeah, the Quavo album was overhated. I really like that album. It's like
Yeah, some of the songs are good, definitely.
it's not like amazing, but like it's cool. It's a cool album.
Yeah, like I
Um,
really like the song he did. Yeah, he had with Drake there. The song with 21 Savage. The
oh
song
yeah,
with
yeah.
Travis and Lil Baby. Then there's also the intro I really liked.
Oh, the Big Alley.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love that song. And then the ones Working Me and it was the How About That. That song I really like that song. How About That? But
yeah,
then I actually have no clue what Takeoff did on his album because I just didn't listen to it. Like I didn't even know it dropped. I literally follow him. I followed him on Instagram and I didn't even know it dropped because this man just doesn't say anything. Like he announced it like the day before, and then that was it. That's all I heard from him.
yeah.
And I don't even know how it did or if it was good. I just know he dropped it. And then Offset's album, I didn't really listen to much of it, but he had a couple of good songs like Clout. I actually really like Clout.
Yeah,
Uh,
Cloud was a pretty good song. I think Cardi
mhm.
B actually did good on there for once.
Yeah, I like Cardi B propaganda. I actually like Cardi B. I don't think Invasion of Privacy should have won a Grammy, but I actually enjoyed that album quite a bit.
I never
Um,
listened to it, so I can't say for sure.
yeah, actually, I haven't really heard a bad Cardi B song in my opinion. Like I tend to enjoy her stuff.
It's
Um,
definitely fair.
and there are a couple other songs like a quarter milli, like
Yeah.
a
Also,
couple
How Did
others.
I Get Here and Legacy.
Oh, yeah,
I also like
Legacy.
I liked After Dark and Red Room as well.
Oh, Red Room was a good song. Red Room was a good song. But yeah, so they said Culture 3 is dropping this year. They said January. I think Quavo said January, and we still haven't gotten anything. But this has to be this has to be their second best. This has to be their best album after Culture because everyone's saying they fell off. They haven't dropped anything. They just kind of doing their own thing,
Yeah.
and it's just not looking good. Like Quavo ain't one out here winning for them because this man Offset had his whole cheating divorce. I don't know. I don't even know what happened after. I don't even know what was going on. This man Takeoff has a whole rape allegation on him. Like it's not looking good for him.
Yeah, I
So
totally
like
forgot about that until now.
yeah, so they gotta pull something together, man, because just like it's just not looking good. It's just not looking good at all.
I definitely don't think they fell off individually. I just think they fell off as a group. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Like nobody's checking for the Amigos nowadays. Like
Yeah. It's
like
either you're checking for Offset, Takeoff, or Quavo.
yeah, and Quavo's doing the best out of all of them. Like Quavo, he's still doing features and all that. Offset, I haven't heard an Offset feature in so long. I've yet to hear a Takeoff. I've never heard a song with a Takeoff feature. Like
I mean,
I've heard.
Lil Wayne had a Takeoff feature on his album, but to
Oh,
be
for
fair,
real?
actually, I don't remember it.
Yeah, like it's been so long since I've seen like a Takeoff feature. Like I think Takeoff, rapping wise, is the second best Migo. But in
Oh
terms
yeah,
of
for
just,
sure. I won't doubt that.
hmm like, but I don't know. Like, so this album I think has to be Culture 3 has to be the second best Culture. If it could be the best Culture, that's great. But it has to be the second best Culture at a minimum. If it's
Yeah, I
worse than
doubt it.
Culture 2, then that's kind of sad.
Yeah, I doubt it's gonna be the best culture, but if it's definitely like the second best culture, then that's like it's basically kind of like a comeback.
Hmm. Like, for me it has to be second best Culture. All right, last
All
last turn.
right. I know. We've definitely been seeing a lot of Uzi on the timeline lately. Been posting up like doing a lot of snippets on IG Live. He had that one snippet of a song that people thought was Cardi on the feature.
Oh man,
Also, I'm actually really excited for like what Uzi has to offer in 2021
hmm
if he does drop. If we go another 3 years, like Eternal Take, Starve to Death, sounds good.
hmm
Yeah, basically, I actually have a lot of hope for Uzi's new music. I've liked a lot of the snippets I've heard. I'm actually really hyped for like that Super Saiyan 2 that he basically showed off because Super Saiyan's definitely one of my favorite Uzi albums by far. Definitely, yeah, just absolute banger.
hmm Um, in terms of Uzi, I want him to take his time. I don't want him to drop like first half of 20. Like I want new music, but I don't want him to like rush it because I
Definitely.
think Eternal Take was a great album. I also think the Deluxe was a great album. Um, the mainstream liked it, but apparently hip hop Twitter hates it. I don't know, like it's whatever. But I think his next album has to be better than Eternal Take
For sure.
because if it because Eternal Take had all that hype for it, right? And then I thought it was great. But if it's worse after that, like that's kind of like that's a really bad look.
Yeah, it definitely be looking like the downfall of like Uzi's
Hmm.
career as a rapper.
Yeah. So whatever comes first, Forever Young or Love Is Rage 3, like actually, look, okay, let me rephrase that. I don't know what Forever Young. I don't know what he's gonna like, how he's gonna go direction, where he's gonna go with that. But if he does drop Love Is Rage 3, it has to be better than Eternal Take. I don't know where Forever Young will fit, but if he drops Love Is Rage 3, it has to be better than Eternal Take. Because Love
Definitely,
Is
definitely.
Rage is one of just like the best, like just like if he makes it a trilogy, like it has to be great. This has to be great.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think Eternal Take was a solid album. I think the Deluxe is a bit better. But like I definitely think Uzi can do better than what he did on Eternal Take. I think songs like Homecoming and Urgency were just like really not good at all. And I definitely think Uzi can do a lot better than those songs. So I definitely expect him to outperform himself on Forever Young than he did on Eternal Take. Like a lot of the snippets, like I said before, I've been really good. I definitely enjoy like hearing them on a new Uzi album. But like on features, who do you think like you would expect? Because I know we had that one snippet everyone thought was Cardi.
Mhm. We need to bring back not no bootleg Cardi. We need just Cardi. All right. Like I don't want any Cardi clones. I just want Cardi. Um uh I'm hoping we get some type of Uzi Travis collab, whether it be on Utopia or Forever Young or Love is 3. I just want a Travis feature or just a collab between the two of them. Um I'm
I
actually
think
all right. Baby Pluto, X Pluto, whatever that album's called. Like, I didn't think it was bad. It was just underwhelming, but I wouldn't mind another Future feature because, like,
oh for sure. Like
yeah, I just like Future. I like Uzi. I like when they work together. That's good.
yeah, like
Um,
out of all the songs on Baby Pluto, I actually really enjoyed like Paddock the most. I think that's definitely where they were flowing the best across the
oh
entire
yeah,
album. I
yeah.
think it's probably their best collab by far.
Um, I actually think the best collab is uh Bankroll or Baby Sasuke, in my opinion. Those two are my favorite from that album. But going back to this year, another Young Thug feature. That'd be great. He
Oh,
had
for
two.
sure.
Yeah, he had two on the deluxe, and they were both just great.
And he
Um.
also had a Lamborghini Dreams on a Love Is Rage one,
Oh
right?
yeah, yeah. That's a great song. That's top five on that album for me. I gotta
Yeah, for
re-listen
sure.
to Love Is Rage one because it kind of
Same.
fell
I
off for
also
me a
have to
little bit.
re-listen to Love Is Rage 2 as well. It's been a
I just
minute.
got Love Is Rage 2 on CD. I collect CDs now, so I just got it on CD.
Ah,
Cause
yeah.
I was gonna do vinyls, but that joint is like $400 at the cheapest. I'm not
Yeah,
paying
like
four
I've
hundred
seen a lot of
dollars.
Uzi albums. They're really expensive on vinyl.
Yeah. Because like they don't really be making vinyls for trap artists like that.
Yeah.
So um who else, man? I don't think it's gonna happen, but if Cardi can get a Drake song, I think Uzi can get a Drake song because I want to see how that works out. Because I actually got so because I was listening to when Nice for What first dropped, and at the beginning, I thought he said Lil Uzi on the beat, and I was like, oh my god, we're about to get a Uzi Drake collab fool. But then he said Louisiana. I just misheard it, and I got so bummed when Uzi didn't come on the song, and I was sad. But I
Yeah.
definitely want to see it. I don't know. I highly doubt it will happen, but I really want to see it.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely doubt it'll happen on like Forever Young, but definitely something to look forward to. I mean, like if 21 Savage can get that Drake feature, then Cardi can get that Drake feature, and Travis can get that Drake feature,
Hmm.
then I think Uzi kind of has no problem
Hmm.
doing that.
Yeah, and Future always get Drake features.
Yeah,
Thug collabs with Drake a lot. Literally, like the goats of trap for this era can get a Drake feature. Uzi's the only one who hasn't gotten one, so we need an Uzi and Drake collab.
for sure.
Um, I wouldn't mind another. The 21 Savage feature actually surprised me because I didn't like it at first, but then now it's top five on the deluxe for me, and I wouldn't mind seeing another Uzi Savage song because I remember on live he was playing Yasursky and they said this is our first song and it's already going crazy, so implying that there's more songs. So I
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
want to see like what else they got in store.
Oh, yeah. Also, probably my favorite on the deluxe is definitely No Auto. I really feel like Uzi and Dirk would go like really hard again. Yeah, it was definitely like a really hard song. Definitely my favorite by far on the deluxe.
I
I'd
used
really
to
like to
hate
see
that
them.
song.
Uh,
I used to hate it, but now I like the song. I like the song a lot now. But yeah, I mean, I really can't think of any other features. Um, yeah,
Maybe
that's
like Lil Baby or Gunna, because I remember earlier in 2020, Uzi was on commercials. Probably like my second favorite Uzi feature from that year.
mm-hmm.
It was definitely
Um,
really hard, and I think they could like go two for two with collabs.
Oh yeah, yeah. Speaking of Lil Baby, he was supposed to drop a Lil Baby song was supposed to be on the. It was Lil Baby and A Boogie were supposed to be on the deluxe, but then he said he was saving them for something else because
Right.
he did two features with the A Boogie and then a feature. So
Yeah, I listened to both of them. I think Reply was kind of mid, but I really liked Love Is Art. I think Uzi carried hard on that song. Not
mhm.
gonna lie.
I actually liked both songs. I liked the probably a little bit more, but yeah. Who else? I wouldn't be surprised if. Hmm, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a some type of if you drop like a juice. collab because
Yeah,
I
for sure.
highly doubt they only made Wasted. I highly doubt they only made Wasted because there's also the remix of Lucid Dreams, but I highly doubt those are the only two in the vault. Like I think they have to have at least one more, and Juice was obviously close with Uzi, so if I'm not going to be surprised if there's a Juice feature on there.
Yeah. Also, maybe I don't know if you heard it, but Low Key had a Uzi feature on his album, and I think yeah, it's 2019 with Long Live Mexico.
Oh
He
yeah,
was on
yeah.
a yeah, that was a really good song in general.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really like that. I think they could like collab again, and it would definitely be a good song.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that basically does it. That's basically everybody on my list.
Yeah, some
And
everyone on my
yeah,
list as well.
yeah, man. So 2021 got a lot in store. Excited for it.
Sure,
Thank y'all
sir.
for watching. Thank you for coming on, Matt. Make
Yep.
sure you like, comment, subscribe. This is the Hype Hip Hop Hazecast. Peace.